whenever this is finding you here. Welcome to Kai Chi Alchemy. You can call me Katchi. This is a space of love, y'all. Welcome or welcome back. Today I wanted to check in with y'all because last night I had originally planned to do a sacred sites reading, and when I got off of work, everything slowed down and I was getting everything cleaned up at work with such a slow, mindful approach. And by the time I left, and I was taking my time getting my music set up and finding things, and as I was driving away, I realized I should probably go to the grocery store and pick up this thing and that thing. And while I was there, I was still taking my time. And by the time I got home, I got out of the car and I was actually in the house. It was maybe like 10:30, something like that. And I came inside, got set up to film live, and sat down in bed to drink some water and let that settle in my stomach before I got up to film the live. And I sat there on my astrology app, uh, having a conversation with it about some things going on in my life. And I looked up and I realized it had been 3 hours. It was like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I didn't feel tired, but I knew I needed to go to bed, so I did. But that whole conversation that I had with my astrology app was not planned, and it, was, I took my time with it. It lasted a long time. Hello, Miles. Good morning. Or what time is it in the UK right now? Let me know. So I ended up staying up until like 2 in the morning. Didn't realize how much time had passed. Went went back to bed, or not back to bed, just went to bed. 16:43 p.m. military time. I love it. I am in the void right now. Literally, that's exactly what we're talking about right now. I was gonna do a reading yesterday, and the whole process of getting home, that's usually like an hour. It took me like 3 hours. Just every point along the way it was like time dilation. Everything's just slowing down. I think part of it is like I haven't gotten any body work in a while. And so I think I have like all this built up stagnant energy and like soreness and things that are kind of like physically slowing me down. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like sometimes, especially during Mercury retrograde, it's really important to not like try to push forward so much. I did say at the beginning it's good to like start something new that you mm, like try something new, but more something you've been thinking about for a long time that's going to shift your life and your schedule, which is what's going on with me right now. My time, my money, my schedule, my routine got all upended. And so there's not as much of a reference point right now to keep things steady and like have my grip on it. And so I'm losing my grip and I'm losing my routine, and everything's taking longer and it's different and it's harder and it's slower and it's, you know, um, and it was unfortunate that I intended to do an oracle reading and I didn't because I accidentally spent 3 hours talking to my astrology app about some stuff that's going on in my life and taking my time, and like there was just so much processing in my brain, and I was like, I don't even feel like I can film a video right now because like to speak words right now feels like interrupting this process, and it's an important process. And by the time I went to bed, I realized that, like, I had this, I don't know, epiphany by slowing down and sitting with my thoughts and my feelings and just letting life happen the way that it happens without trying to force it and trying to show up perfectly. um, I realized through that conversation that I had been asking for these things in my life, asking for these different circumstances in my relationships, different energies and patterns in my relationships, these opportunities that I have been asking for. I've been clearing things out to make way for them. I've been working internally to get my subconscious like set up so that I can receive them. And in that conversation, it was about things that were frustrating, but actually, I recognized that the relationships that I'm struggling with, that are hard, that are confusing, that are painful, that are, going through some wonky transitions and times right now, I'm realizing the reason that those relationships are hard, are wonky, are confusing is because I'm not taking the same patterns of control that I have in the past. And I have been attracting people that can see me in my fullness, that can stand there with me, that can hold me through that. And maybe, things are unclear on my end of what I'm trying to communicate with them, or they're struggling to communicate something with me, or, the expectations and what we want out of each other is like in a different place, or like we're trying to work these things out in this messy, real way, which is always what I wanted. And it's always what I was like struggling to find when I allowed so much time and space and resources and energy and attention to be taken up by people who don't want that complexity, and they don't want change, and they don't want confusion and instability, even if it's transition, even if it's helping you to grow and move to a new space. So right now we are in the void because we are moving to a new space and we don't know where we are. We can't see really. But there last night I found us a little spark, like a little light in the darkness. Like a black obsidian orb when you just see that one spot of light in the middle of it and it's all dark all around. And it's just like a little spark of hope. And if you slow down enough, if this is resonating with you right now, if you slow down enough, if you quiet down enough, if you get into stillness enough at this time, if you let yourself take a little detour, you go home a different route than you usually do, you like let go of the wheel a little bit, I think that you're gonna find something that allows you to see the hope, that see the dawn of something, see the beginnings of something, see that in some way there is something that you have, that you asked for, that you have to be grateful for, and you just had to see it. You were looking at it upside down, and once you turn that perspective around, it you can feel it in your chest. It changes the way that you feel about the struggles that you're going through. And maybe that's exactly what you need right now to keep going and to keep manifesting even greater, clearer, more aligned, more powerful, more like whatever, insert the adjectives and the descriptors and the things that you're looking to create in your life. You're just at the beginning of this path and this journey. And so it may be frustrating to be so focused on envisioning something and building that energy and building that reality and that intention that the distance feels so great. But what feels comfortable is not allowing yourself to dream at all and getting real caught up in all of the drama right in front of you right now, and cutting off any possibility of ever achieving those feelings, experiences, energies, accomplishments in your life. And so keep going, but enjoy the journey along the way. Like, don't push yourself so hard. have fun with it, don't try to control the outcome. And in doing so, I think that you will find the things that you have to be grateful for. The what do they call that? Um, Glimmers. It's like the opposite of, dang. I'm gonna think about that all day now, and I'm gonna post it as soon as I figure it out. Let me go through the chat just a little bit. Here we go. Who else is in the void? Yes, I have my little salt lamp here. It's been kind of my constant companion during this Cancer season. I want to be in a cave with a salt lamp forever. And a lot of good things happen when I allow myself to do that. Hello, Melody. Hello, anything 7615. No. This is what we're doing today. I will switch on the lights later when I do a full-on tarot reading and we get through the Ringing Cedars of Russia stuff, and we're going to read the Continuum concept and all kinds of stuff. But again, the next couple of weeks I'm just floating. I'm just letting it be what it is. Hi. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Yes. Akshayaraj. Hello. Do you think sometimes letting go too much detachment is bad? Yes. Absolutely. Different seasons, different things going on, different things that you need. But I absolutely would say too much detachment can lead to like numbness and isolation, and it's almost, if you get too far into detachment, it's not having hope and moving slowly in faith. It's like I'm so uncomfortable with this distance between what I want to experience and what I am experiencing, that I want to detach entirely from the pain and the discomfort of having desires. That's like the Buddhist thing taken to the full extreme. Life is suffering, and if we can release our attachments, then we'll find peace. And yes, that's very good, important advice for some people at some points in their journeys with certain histories and attachment styles and circumstances in their life and whatever. And so that's why I always encourage people to tap more into their intuition and follow that and listen to the messages that resonate with them, because yes, too much detachment can be too bad, and too much attachment can be too bad. If you're hyper attached and you want so much closeness and attention, and you think that that's love, that's actually abusive. That's actually you're being a tyrant, and you're like micromanaging and controlling other people and making them responsible for your emotions and stuff. So there's always extremes. We're trying to find balance, right? I think that is a Buddhist principle, right? The finding the middle path. You've been in the detachment, in the void. You've been in the void for the last month. Yeah, exactly. No one's perfect. And to accept that in yourself and your own life, maybe it'll help you to be a little bit more patient and accepting with the people and the world around you, which could only be beneficial, I think. Get a PS3 and mod it so you can play loads of games. I should, because I think it would be a great way to connect with people. But as much as I've gotten into all of the technology and the internet and stuff in the last couple of years, and I appreciate it, I'm just so resistant to video games. My ex was extremely interested in gaming, and it was always the main thing when I heard it on. Sometimes I would want to be with him, sometimes I would want to like engage with it because it's fun, or I want to like connect with him or something. But just like hearing video games makes me have this like aversion. Like I want to get away from it. So it was only him that was the like motivation. And now that I don't have people in my life that are like super into gaming, that are super close to me, I haven't played a video game, watched a video game, watched a playthrough, watched a TV show, watched a movie. I don't have Netflix anymore. I work, and I work on my body and my mind, and I connect with you guys here, and I watch other people's content, and we connect there. Um, but yeah, literally, as much as I love to utilize stories and make these parallels to like make points in tarot and stuff, and I have a big history of knowing the stories in games and movies and TV shows because I, put myself around people. I haven't engaged in any of that all year. And I was just thinking about that the other day, in the void, in the silence, in the space, about like that's something I'm so grateful for, that I asked for, that I made happen, that I wasn't even fully conscious of, like how amazing that is and how much I've enjoyed it and how healing and helpful it has been for me. But again, sometimes people at different stages in their life at different times need different things. Different people need different things. So maybe I should start playing video games soon. Well, I'll listen to my intuition about that. You know what I mean? Us humans always want to control. Yeah, exactly. That's our egos. And, egos are good. We don't want to have no control. Manipulation is good. Healthy, conscious, intentional, respectful manipulation. Um, if we just try to, like, lay on our backs and float down the river downstream, dang, I don't know, man. You're gonna. You're not gonna help people as much, and you might run into some scary rocks and trees in the middle of the water, hurt yourself. So you want a little control. You want an open palm butterfly. You want a loose grip. You want to. I just like sleep, making music, making food, helping people, smoking, games, movies. Yeah, that's pretty much all that I do except for the games and the movies. And that's just because I was overloaded and I'm taking a break. That is all. And nature, yes. Made a post on my Facebook a while ago. I woke up and I just had channeled this thing, and I posted it immediately. Um, that was like, this is me. This is my manifesto. This is all I want in the world. And people should know that. And what did it say? Um, it was like, sleep or silence, sleep, silence, sunshine, family, faith, freedom. And that was all about like nature and like slow living and like, yeah, like making food, being in your cave. In human design, I'm a kitchen type. So I like to hang around casual spaces where I can be of service, where we can connect. Structure meets, you know, flexibility. Thank you for the encouragement, Miles. You got this shit too. Trying to end a cycle of lust? Damn, bro, me too. Oh my god. Problems. Problems. Challenges. But you know what? Sometimes you can reframe that, right? This is such a challenge. This desire, right? To sit with this desire and to control myself based off of higher intentions. That's painful and uncomfortable, but sitting in that tension, having those experiences, falling, struggling, failing, that is how you are growing that muscle. And isn't that a muscle we really need? Especially as men, I think that it's extremely important to be practicing that all the time. Because not only do you have like a libido and desire and stuff, but you also have testosterone and bigger muscles and like, the potential to be hurtful or disrespectful or like inflict bad things on people. Not to say that women can't, you know, And when general broad strokes, when they get selfish and impulsive, it looks weird and ugly and confusing. I would almost rather somebody just beat me up than the kind of ways that toxic, abusive, manipulative women tend to behave. And men. I have absolutely seen lots of toxic femininity in men. It's kind of why I'm single right now. I've been letting it go for a couple years. Ah ha ha. Me. Lol. Numb. Isolate. Yeah. It's a habit. It's a I like sleep so much. Oh my god, that's kind of something that was coming through today was like I have this comforter over here that I had in my closet, and it was in my closet for months. I put it in there a couple weeks after I moved in because it was cold and I liked it. It was comfy, but every time that I would wake up, I did not want to wake up. I just wanted to sleep for like 24 hours every day because I had this comfy, safe bed with a comforter. And so I put it in there, 21:21 on the clock. I put it in that closet so that I wouldn't see it, I wouldn't be tempted to use it. And then the other night, I really wanted to like sleep in and feel cozy, and my head or my stomach felt off, and I was like, I'm gonna get my comforter out of there. And it's been in my bed all week, maybe 2 weeks, and I've been like slowing down. I've been behind. I've been having a hard time keeping up with everything because I'm sleeping all the time and I'm waking up at like 12:30, or like I'm waking up at 6 in the morning, but then I'm just like staying in bed for hours and hours, but not in a negative space, in a like contemplative, meditative, healing space. I probably should do more yoga nidra now that I'm just like laying here, but again, letting go of control a little bit literally allowed my brain to like start to unfold a little bit. And that's what I needed more than like forcing the messages. Um, I needed to relax a little bit. So yeah, we need masculine, we need feminine, we need attachment, we need detachment, we need all sorts of different things at different points in time. Yeah, breakups do suck. Dude, and I avoided relationships a lot because like I don't want to hurt people. And so it's like really I'm careful, and I don't take those risks very often. And so I'll go real hard, you know what I mean? Like in terms of what I'm willing to try and work through. Um in terms of like intensity and insanity, and also in terms of time. So, you know, I think anybody going through any breakup of any type after being in a relationship for almost a decade, like that impacts your psyche. Like and so I realized that I've become a much more anxious person over the last decade. That used to not be my energy at all. And I just put myself around extremely anxious people for a long time and absorbed it and started like reacting to it so I could, you know, predict their moves and keep things calm and peaceful and okay. And so again, I need to unfold, I need to unravel, I need to come back into the shape that is natural and inherent to me, but we have to create the right spaces to do that. So it was an accident that I pulled that comforter down and I've been sleeping way too much, but it's because I wasn't paying attention. It's because I wasn't gripping the wheel so tight. And even though it seems inefficient and unproductive, it's actually led to breakthroughs and more productivity and efficiency in the end, which isn't that what Mercury retrograde is all about, slowing down to speed up. And because of the Cancer element right now, it's like slowing down to speed up in relation to your heart, in relation to love, in relation to home. Don't swim against water. Yeah, I mean, sometimes swim against water, sometimes don't. Sometimes you need to protect yourself from that jagged rock, right? Wait. I'm not sure I get what you mean, Miles. I wake up 10, sometimes 5. Like 10 times or 5 times or 10 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. I love to wake up at 5 a.m. I'm such a morning person. I was born at 10 in the morning or something like that. Do you know when you were born? Do you know your birth time? We should connect over email and like I could like do your birth chart or something. If you're comfortable giving me that info, I would love to do a reading on your birth chart because I'm just a wee baby in my astrology, experience, but I would love to have an opportunity to do that, Detachment and disassociation and God and grounding helps anxiety. I love how you put that. That is absolutely accurate. You're down? Okay, yeah, I'll email you later on. But again, no promises and no plans. Yeah. I do have to go get ready for work now because I'm so late, but I felt like it was important to connect with you guys right now and get these channeled messages through, even if I just woke up, my hair's insane, I don't have any lighting, and I really shouldn't be here right now. I should be making breakfast. So I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Let me get a booper. Love, light, peace, and personal responsibility. I will see y'all next time.